Um, Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Centox episode number 260. Centox is facilitated by global facilitators aiming to offer extensive exposure to the Centa teacher community. It focuses on their optimal classroom practices and professional development. So it's a very useful tool. Please actively participate in these sessions and wholehearted sharing of your insights, engaging in polls, posing questions, and most importantly, please provide critical feedback to enhance the sessions. Very good evening to all of you once again. Welcome to Centa's webinar series for teachers. We are delighted to have you all here. I hope you're as excited as me to dive into today's topic. Today being the 260th session of Centox, and the topic is supporting children's emotional and spiritual health for parents and teachers. The facilitators of this session are Mr. Ankur Rupani and Ms. Niharika Luthia. Welcome to both of you, sir and ma'am. Firstly, firstly, we have Mr. Ankur Rupani, who's a seasoned meditation practitioner and teacher with a wealth of experience spanning over 15 years. He's done an MA in spirituality from Naropa, USA, and a BTech from IIT. He's currently a teacher with the Art of the Living and also an advisor at the Next School, which is an innovative school based on real world learning. Alongside Ankur sir, we are privileged to have Niharika Luthia ma'am, a senior Art of the Living teacher and a dedicated educator who's been impacting the lives of children and teens since 2003. Welcome to you, ma'am. Both of our guests bring a unique passion and expertise to the table. We are excited to delve into their insights on mindfulness and education. Please join me in giving them a warm welcome. Welcome again, sir and ma'am. Before I hand over the session to the facilitators, I would like to inform all teachers that they will receive their participation certificates for the session. So please fill the feedback form that is shared with you at the end of the session. Now, there's a small slight change in the feedback giving for us. On the Centa app, download your participation record instantly via the Centa app. Open the Centa app towards the end of the session. Find the ongoing webinar section and click on the submit feedback session. Please, next slide, please. On this, once you are seeing the registered button here, that will change to submit feedback button at 6 o'clock once the session ends. Next slide, please. Once you click the submit feedback button, you'll see the screen on the left, wherein you'll be required to fill in all the fields, the rating, your name, email address, phone number, the 4-digit webinar code that is visible on the screen, and then your feedback. Once you have submitted the feedback, you'll see the next screen which says thank you for your review, and then you can download your certificate instantly without having to wait for the 48 hours like we used to do earlier. Okay, so with this small change in download format, I hope everyone is clear. Over to you, Ankur sir and Niharika ma'am. Welcome to Centox.
Hi. Sorry, welcome everyone. Very good evening to everyone, and hope everyone is doing very well. So I'd love to have interactions. So please, when we have the session, participate by typing in your responses in the chat. So, Art of Living, we always start with one idea of Sangha Chatvam. Does anyone know the meaning of the word Sangachadvam? Can you just type it in the chat box? And I hope I can see the responses. So I'm just waiting. Yes, so I can see some responses. So if someone can just type in what does Sangachatvam mean. Good evening, Aarti. So I'll just give a little clue. So it is about coming together. Let's move together. Sangachatvam. So we'll all move together in this 1 hour session. And the second thing is, let us give our 100% to this session. Okay, so if you have something else which is important, maybe you can push it a little bit further. Otherwise, I have a am I back? I just lost the its little internet connection was audible. Okay, great. Sorry about that. So, like I was saying, that we'll give our 100% to our session. Great. So, and it's going to be very interactive. So, I love if you guys can just type in your responses as we move ahead. So, my first question is, what is emotional and spiritual well-being for you? What meaning does it hold for you? And we'll interact more we interact, then the session will move ahead, based on the responses. So love if you guys can type in your responses. What does it mean for you? And in the first 15-20 minutes, we're going to focus on ourselves, because uh, if we are in wellness, then children whom we are associating with our children. If you're a teacher, then you are, so that then it's more first important that we are emotionally well, and then we'll talk about the children. So that's the second part. So I have got some responses. Sudha says connected with higher supreme power. Then Sushma has said understanding feeling of others. We have Madhu saying being stress free with a positive mindset. Very good. We have connecting with yourself, positive state of mind. Tashri Norbu. And communicate without the fear of being judged. Sojania, very nice. We have healthy mind and a healthy body, comfortable both mentally and physically. So excellent. Okay, so we have got all these responses about emotional and spiritual well-being. What does it mean for us? Why I start with this is because it is very important, especially when we look at spirituality, to understand what spirituality is. Many times we confuse it. Okay, it because religion is different. Religion, Shishi Ravi Shankar says religion is like the banana skin, and spirituality is the banana. So that is the essence of religion. So here we are talking more about the inner core, right? Now, our principle in art of living, we say that actually happiness is our nature, so well-being is actually our nature. Okay, so when we talk about emotional and spiritual well-being, it is more about coming in touch with our true nature. Okay, and that true nature is that of happiness. So you might be familiar with art of living. We have a course called the happiness course, and if you come in touch with Shishi, the founder, always he'll ask the first question whenever he meets anyone: "Are you happy?" Okay, so that natural being, that nature of ours, that is a natural state of well-being. Okay, so when we talk about emotional and spiritual well-being, we are talking about that connection with our inner self, as Madhu Malik has just mentioned it. Okay, so for the context of this session, and also later, we are that is our main idea about emotional and spiritual well-being. So now the next question therefore arises: if it is so natural, what takes us away from well-being? This natural state of ours, what is taking us away? Can people again respond to that? Just waiting for a few responses. What is taking us away from our natural state? Ah, Sushma, very good. Sushma has said, bang on, it is our ego identity. Archana says Archana is saying undue expectations. Then we have Samuel, I'm not able to get the first name, who said our conflicts. We have stress as a response, we have negative emotions as a response, reaction to situations as a response, impatience, expectations. So all these things, yes, is kind of taking us away from our natural state of well-being, kind of covering it. Okay, so our natural state of happiness, of peace, in Sanskrit we say Satchit Ananda, so that is getting covered kind of with all these things that we just mentioned. So now that we know that, what happens is we are either getting too identified with our ego identity, or too many thoughts are there. Maybe you are going into future, you're going into the past. So all these things are taking us away from a natural well-being. And now expectation from others, overburden of work, exactly, that builds up the stress. See, little stress is good, it is called eustress, but when it's too much stress, it takes us away. So too much of a stress, or too much of thinking, overthinking, again, thinking is a good thing, we need our creative thinking on a day-to-day basis, but when our mind becomes too much caught in the thinking past and future, that kind of takes us away. And reactivity, to things which are happening all around, and if we keep reacting, that also takes us away. And in this, there is something which plays a role. Anyone knows amygdala? Have you heard of amygdala hijack? Good evening. So has anyone heard of amygdala or amygdala hijack? Yes. So what happens is that in our brain there is an emotional, or the limbic part of the brain, which uh, actually kind of, when you're too much stressed, or there is a lot of pressure, or someone has said something, it kind of kicks into a reactionary, it gives a reactionary response. And that is something like which was useful in olden times when we were surrounded by animals, like evolutionary system. If you look at that, when we evolved, and we had to respond very quickly to threats, so amygdala kind of responds very fast without letting our thinking brain into come into the picture. So it is the reactive part. So the amygdala is the one which kind of reacts to situations very quickly without the thinking part or the neocortex coming into the picture. So there is a way to look at it. If you look at the thumb, if we can kind of take an analogy of this. So this is, let's say, the limbic part of the brain. This is the neocortex or the thinking part of the brain. Now, when we are relaxed, when we are in harmony, the the neocortex is able to send signals back. So there is a connection between amygdala and neocortex, and when we are relaxed and not in threat, we are kind of able to process things very calmly and respond to situations. But when we get overstressed and we get too much into situations which make us away, then scientifically what is happening is the lid opens. So we call it the lid opening, and now the neocortex now no longer is involved in the response. So it straight away is a reactionary response that comes out, and then we are not in control. So a lot of things that we see in the world are a lot of the amygdala taking over. Actually, the person who does the thing, like suppose in anger someone, there are road rages and so many things which happen, is actually the amygdala has taken over. Okay, so amygdala, while it was very good, because it helped us to survive, but now what happens is, if it keeps on taking over, then you are reacting to situations without any control of the neocortex. So that is the thing. So what do we do? How do we come back into alignment with our natural self? So that is the next question. So what do we do? How do we return to a natural state of well-being? And you can answer from your perspective, whatever methods you've been using for yourself or the children, whatever things have worked for you, you can share. How do you return to a natural state of well-being is the question. Welcome everyone. So question is, how do we return to a natural state of well-being? Shivali Tandon says meditation, very powerful way to return to the natural state. Rohini also is saying meditate, very good. Take sleep sleep, find ways to distress. Sleep is very very critical, guys. If we are short on sleep, you are in a reactionary mode. So if you might have noticed that, if suppose you haven't slept well, next day you might be very very irritable. um, Self-care, gratitude, well-being and forgiveness, very good. Spend time in nature, excellent. um, Try to respond than reacting, yes, but that is the outcome of doing all these things. So meditation and all those things. uh, Away from gadgets, music, excellent. Exactly. So, painting, drawing, music, dance, even games. I'm not sure if anyone wrote games. Playing games. Children, why children are always fresh? They're always playing games. If you see, right? So to remain lively, art, coloring, empathize. All these things are very very important. But one, many of you said in art of living, we focus a lot on meditation, okay, pranayam and meditation, because one thing which always helps you to bring your state back, and that thing is always with you, is our breath. Okay, so this breath of ours gives us a way to come back to natural state. You might have noticed that breath and our emotional state is very connected. When we are in a very reactive state of mind, angry state of mind, irritable state of mind, or any of these states, you might have noticed the breath will not be very steady. It will not be very relaxed. It will be very feverish. And versus when you're very calm state of mind, the breath is extremely rhythmic and nice and steady breath. So we focus a lot on the breath. So now what we'll do is we're gonna experience something. Okay, I'd like you to all now we can stop typing in the chat, and now we are gonna start a small practice. I'll just take it for 5-10 minutes, and during this 5-10 minutes, let's just experience it fully. Okay, let's just be totally uh, first I'd like to start with alternate nostril breathing, anulom vilom also it is called. So we'll start with that, and then I'm going to guide you into a short guidance. So once that is over, then we'll Niharika ji will come into and she will then talk about a little bit more about specifically our how do we help the children. So right now we'll experience it for ourselves. Okay, so first let's just put our first two fingers in between our eyebrows, and we are just gonna breathe alternately. So you'll breathe in from the left nostril, then you'll breathe out from the right nostril, and then breathe in from the right and breathe out from the left. Okay, and the music will be going on. So put your two first two fingers in between your eyebrows, breathe out. Now close the right nostril and breathe in from the left. Close the left nostril and breathe out from the right. Breathe in from the right, close the right nostril and breathe out from the left. Breathe in from the left, close the left and breathe out from the right. Breathe in, close the right and breathe out from the left. Once again, nice deep breath in, close the left and breathe out from the right. And relax. Arms on your lap, twist. Let's close our eyes and keep our eyes closed now for the next 5-10 minutes. And now let's stop putting any comments in the chat. I'd like you to now just be with me. Which I will guide now. Let's close our eyes. Just become aware of this present moment. Become aware of the sound of music, the other sounds in the surroundings, and just be in harmony with all the sounds which are there. Don't resist any sound. Just notice if there are any other sounds which are coming from little far away also. Just be in harmony with all the sounds. Bring awareness now to your body. The body is a beautiful gift given to us by the divine. Let's just be grateful for the physical body. Observe your breath. Let's observe the breath flowing in and out and just be with the breath. And now let's go subtler to the thoughts. Observe any thoughts which may be there without any resistance. Just let them be and let them pass by. Just be a witness to the passing thoughts. And now bring your awareness to itself. Relax in your own being, in your own awareness. And slowly, gently becoming aware once again of the body, becoming aware of your breath and the surroundings. Slowly, gently, taking your own time, we can now open our eyes. How's everyone feeling? You can type in now in the chat with one word. Whatever word you feel could describe your state now, you can type in the word. Okay, so we have very relaxing, calm, relaxing, and I'm great that everyone has mentioned this word of relax. So meditation is not we often think, many people think meditation is about concentration, but in Art of Living, Guruji Shishi Ravi Shankar says meditation is about relaxing. So all of you have said that it is deep relaxation. Just like we get very deep relaxation when we go to sleep. Deep sleep is a very deep relaxation, but we are not conscious. Meditation is like that, very deep relaxation, but with awareness. So that's the only difference between deep sleep and meditation. We are in deep rest in meditation, but without losing our awareness. So wonderful, peaceful, peace, calm, very relaxed. And so what happens now, going back to what I mentioned earlier, so this is the practice. When we do this, like I mentioned about the amygdala, we don't get into that reactionary mode anymore. So more and more every day through the practice, we are able to be in a calm state throughout the day, not just like during the meditation, but the more we practice on a day-to-day basis, we get into our calm state, our natural state. So that is what we do. And we in Art of Living, we also have various ways of being able to do it. So meditation is one, but sometimes it's very difficult to meditate. Like nobody has mentioned right now, but maybe some might find it very difficult, straight away to calm the mind. So that's where the breathing comes into the picture. Okay, so uh, the breath is the key over here. So now I'm gonna invite Niharika ji to come in. So both of us, have been into the practicing one technique which we are going to talk a little bit about, and we've been practicing it for so many years, and now we are teachers also of that. So how, what is more about it, and how we do it for children and the teenagers. So we'll share it now. Welcome, Niharika.
Thank you. Thank you, Ankur. Okay, so everybody has heard the word prana. The word prana. You've heard about the word prana? Okay. Prana has become a very popular word no, nowadays. So the prana, in English, if we say it is energy. Okay. So you see, have you noticed when your energy is high, how do you feel? Put it in the chat. When your energy is high, even if somebody comes and says something bad, somebody comes and irritates you, or somebody comes and disturbs you, how is your reaction when your energy is high? When your energy is high, how do you feel? You don't get irritated easily, right? When you're already very high, happy, and now somebody comes and says anything, you say, okay, I don't mind. It's okay. You're already
Yes.
enthusiastic. Yeah, very good. No, you're calm, you're enthusiastic. But say your energy is not so high. You're very tired, you've traveled a lot, you're very tired. And then even if somebody comes and touches you, you get irritated. You're like, don't touch me right now. Don't even come close to me. Or if a little bit sound comes, you get irritated. Have you noticed this? Has this happened? So the quality of your life depends upon the quality of your energy. If your energy level is high, small things won't irritate you. The energy level is a little low, or it is low because you're tired, or you have not had food, or you have not been able to sleep properly, then you notice how you feel irritable, isn't it? So the most important thing is energy. So if we change the energy, you can change the quality of your mind. Your level of your energy is high. You're happy, enthusiastic, and little things won't disturb you. Okay? So how to increase your energy? How do you get energy? From what do we get energy? Everybody's agreeing with me. And we get energy from? Very good. Yeah, when you practice meditation, perfect. That also gives you
Meditation,
energy.
pranayam.
Pranayam gives you energy. Very good. Food gives us energy. Reading books, yes. Doing things we love, yes. Good thoughts, yes. Meditation, yes. So there is a research done that when you eat proper food at proper time, your energy is high. When you sleep, at the right time and 6 to 8 hours of sleep, then your energy is good. Plus, if you breathe in and breathe out properly, like we said, pranayam, somebody suggested pranayam, even then your energy is high. The most important one is when you meditate. Okay, so say you listen to something positive, or you listen to music, like somebody said what they love to do, they do, or some reading books. This increases the energy, and meditation increases your energy equivalent to 2 hours of sleep. So if you are sleeping for 2 hours, the deep rest that you get, similar energy you will get by just meditating for 20 minutes. Achha. Have you noticed when you get angry, what happens? So say something happened and you got angry. What happens? One is either we suppress it, or we get angry, we vent it out. Give them good. Okay. Either ways, you're not going to be happy. You vent it out and then you feel, why did I do that? Okay. So, how to be not easily getting angry, getting into negative emotions, how to handle your mind, your thoughts, all this is never taught to us in school. And children grow up not knowing how to handle their emotions. And at the age, from the age of 13 to 18, is the time for emotional development. So when they are 0 to 8 is the time for the physical development. From 8 to 13 is the time for the intellect. Okay? The intellect gets developed. But from the age of 13 to 16, 17, the emotions get developed. And they don't know how to handle it. Okay. When they get too stressed out, or they're very angry, or they're very jealous about their friend's success, or lust, all these emotions, how to handle it. They don't know, and then they go haywire about it. So, what does meditation do? When they start learning to meditate, there is a settledness. They're centered, they settle. They don't get easily irritated. And this is what we have seen in our students. I have been conducting art of living courses for children for many years, and before that, I was a school teacher for many years. And we have seen that meditation helps them to become calm. That same, so if they are angry, agitated, and do some action, versus when their mind is calm and they do some action, everybody is happy about it. They themselves are happy. They know how to handle them. No? You see, so many children in these days are not able to understand what they are supposed to do when they get irritated, when they get angry. There is one student, the last course when I took in Bangalore ashram, we have an ashram, Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji's Art of Living ashram in Bangalore. And this boy said that he was 16 years old and he would continuously smoke 14 to 15 cigarettes a day because he was so stressed out and he didn't know how to handle his mind. But within the 4 days of the course, he said, I know I will never go back to smoking. So we take care of so many things in these programs, not only human values, but spirituality by doing all different types of meditations, which helps them to learn concentration. Because the major aim is that they cannot concentrate in their studies, or they cannot focus. So how to bring that focus, then how to bring their mind, bring their mind into peace, calm, how to be happy. All of us want our children to be happy, but with so much of stress, competition, and so much they have to do, they're unable to focus, unable to be happy. So with these techniques, they learn to be happy. Okay? They learn what is most important. So in these programs, we have one beautiful program called Pragya Yoga. Okay? Pragya is, the meaning is awareness, alertness. Okay? So this course, what it does is intuitive. How we have this intuitive feeling, ye hoga, this is going to happen. But then we don't pay attention to it, and then after that you think, oh, I wish I had got this thought, but I didn't work on it. So Pragya Yoga, what it does is, it makes these children's intuition so sharp, so pointed, that they know what is right for them. So they can take a decision whether this is right for them or wrong for them. In studies, it helps them because they know this is what they have to study and go. In lot of other things, the children start getting those, they become more creative, they become more aware, which is what we want for our children. So all these programs and meditations help the children to become calm, focused, happy, which is all that we want. We want our children to be happy, and it also helps the children to become excellent things. Whatever they want to do, whatever they are focusing on in their life, they can excel in that. Okay? So we would like to show you one video where we have done this research on this Medha Yoga level 2. Medha Yoga is children for teens. We have a course which is from 13 to 17 and a half years old. And these children and their experience after they have done this course. So I would like to share that video with you. So anything that you would like to ask us, ask us, and whatever we are able to share, we will share with you. Okay?
Yeah, now
Next
we
five
can.
six minutes, yeah, for you
I
to
think I
share and
saw
ask.
one question earlier. I think someone asked, "What's the difference between pranayama and meditation?"
Hmm.
Right. So, you wanna answer, Nyarika?
Yeah. So pranayam is, if you, all of you who are there with us, and if you can see us, just keep shaking your hands. Keep shaking your hands. So much so that you feel the 100% you give. Give your best. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. And just place your palms on your lap. Close your eyes, and you may feel some tingling sensation in your palms. Take a breath in and breathe out, and observe there is something happening. You're feeling that something is moving. One more breath in and out. And you may gently open your eyes. Okay. So could you feel some tingling sensations? Okay. So these, the energy that is there, okay, that is prana. And pranayam is the energy is directed to different places. Mostly, if you see an average person breathes only 30% of the lung capacity a person uses. Average. Okay. So when you do pranayam, you increase your lung capacity, and you also, by breathing it rhythmically, whenever you take a breath in, which is deep and rhythmic, it increases the power of cleansing in the body. Okay. So what pranayam does is it is cleansing the body, the thoughts and the mind. What meditation does is it relaxes you by cleansing a lot of things in the mind level. The pranayam is more from the body to the mind level, and meditation is from the relaxing the mind. It shows in the physical body. Uncle, you
And
want to add something?
yeah, and I'll just add one thing. So basically, prana, as Niharika mentioned earlier, pranayam helps you to raise your prana. Once your prana is high, then you naturally effortlessly go into meditation. So meditation in pranayam, we are doing something, right? We are like we did the alternate nostril breathing. So we are putting an effort. But then once we do all that effort, and then once we reach a higher level of prana, we just relax. So meditation is, like we said earlier, doing nothing. So we are just relaxing into the natural state, and pranayam helps us to come to that. Because without pranayam, you'll be at a lower prana level, then there will be too many thoughts. So pranayam raises our prana, and then you stay in the meditative zone. And one question someone has asked, is it necessary to do daily? So yeah, see, when we like, do you take bath daily? Like, do we take a bath daily? Right? Because physically we get dirty and we take a bath daily, right? Same way, in our mind we accumulate, lot of things get accumulated. So daily pranayam and meditation, you are actually cleaning your slate and maintaining what we said, the natural state of being. Otherwise we move a little away from the natural state. So that's why daily routine is very important. I think, yeah, that's any other questions? Let's see if I missed any. So basically, we are. Does pranayam relate to seven chakras in our body? Yes. So prana raises our energy level, and it is connected to the seven chakras also. So in art of living, we have happiness course, and then we have advanced course. In that, we go a little deeper into it. So chakras, we go a little deeper into the next course. Great. So, all of you, you can stay connected with us, and let us know, because we be offering the course, the children's course as well as the adult course. Like I said, for us as parents, as teachers, first it is very important that we take care of our well-being first, and then you can help your children, help the children to get into return to well-being for the children as well. So both the courses we are planning to offer next weekend, so you can get in touch with center, and then through them we can organize the workshop for the happiness course for the adults and the pragna for the teenagers. Great. Any other questions? So there's a question: self-esteem. What self-esteem really means, and how is it related to meditation? Very good question, Saurabh. So, like I said, our natural state is of happiness. Okay, self-esteem, when you are in your natural state, you are actually established in the self, capital S, and then your self esteem is very high because you don't see any difference between you and the other. Okay. only when we get caught up in our thinking mind, we kind of differentiate, and then we feel, oh, I'm low, or sometimes you feel I am high, that kind of a thinking comes. But in our natural state, we feel the oneness with everyone. So that's why Guruji Shri Ravi Shankar says always, come back to meditation, because that the confidence and self-esteem which comes through that is not a show. Okay, it is very natural. Great. How is spirituality different from religion? So like we said in the beginning, it is the core essence is spirituality. Religion is the outer ritual. So religion, everyone may have different religions, but spiritual essence, every religion, talks about connecting to the self. The breath is very important in almost all religions, talk about the breath. So the practices which help you connect, those core practices is the essence of, so like I said, the analogy, the banana and the banana skin, which she does. Shobna, how to meditate ourselves and do meditation daily, right? So that's where we come into the picture. We teach the course. We have the meditations are there. If you just on YouTube, Shri Ravi Shankar meditations, you can do daily also. So there is a meditation channel on YouTube you can do, and then you can learn our Sudarshan Kriya, which is in the happiness course. So that will help you to kind of practice every day.
What Sudarshan Kriya does, it cleanses the body, the mind, the emotions, okay, and lot of intellect also. There are so too many, you're too analytical and too much blocked in. All this gets cleansed, and you come back to your happy, cheerful self. Okay? So that's the difference between Sudarshan Kriya and meditation. Of course, both help, but we have been practicing Sudarshan Kriya for past so many years. For me, 22 years of being into art of living, and it has made a big difference to me. So yeah, we welcome you to come and join the course. We'll be having an online course. If you want to do it offline at any place in your center, you will be having that. And there are many choices, so you can go on the website and check out.
And Sudarshan Kriya will make your meditation extremely easy. Then you don't have to worry, someone said thoughts are coming. After Sudarshan Kriya, you will not experience any troubling thoughts. You will be in the naturally, effortlessly go into meditation. Great. Any other questions? I think now everyone is asking for the code, so Selta can provide that, and then yeah, I think we can close with that.
Hello. Okay. Thank you so much, Ankur sir and Niharika ma'am. It was a very engaging and informative session. I've been following the comments and the community response have been awesome. There are, however,
Thank
a
you.
couple of questions which our participants have asked.
Sure,
Shall I? Okay, thank you so
sure.
much. Saujanya ma'am asks, how can we incorporate this in our rigorous curriculum?
So I like to answer that because actually after as you mentioned earlier, I started with IIT, and then I went to US and I did MA in spirituality and education. So after that, that's been my uh, attempt is to integrate the two and bring this into education. So we have our all these courses in lots of schools and colleges. We have in fact in colleges it is given for credit also in some colleges, and lots of schools we have our courses being offered. And as a last my role, as I was a full time mindfulness consultant in my last two roles, so there I used to bring in mindfulness circles. So every week we used to practice. So one thing is to learn the practice which you learn from the course, but then weekly we should get together and we should have circles in schools. So I help schools to create those kind of circles.
Okay,
Also, the
sure.
rigorousness. Do you feel that? Shall I also add?
Sure, sure,
Yes,
ma'am,
Uh,
yes.
please.
So we feel that so much is there to do, but once they meditate, that same thing which takes 4 hours, the time will reduce to 3.5, 3 hours, and then later on by in 2 hours they will be able to finish the same thing which took first 4 hours. Studying also, if they're studying something and they're taking 4 hours to complete one thing, it will reduce by gradually, of course, but by some time it will become 2 hours. In some 40 days, 50 days continuous practice, they will see that their time for doing the same thing is less. They need lesser time to do those things.
And I'll share my personal experience. So my classmates used to always ask me when am I studying, because I used to always play and all. So yeah, I could actually see that I was able to do it so much less, and many students whom I taught, same thing, very quickly they are able to do.
Okay, nice. And one more question from Rebecca, ma'am. She asked, will there be any side effects in case she stops doing yoga after a while?
Niharika, your answer.
Only side effect will be you will not be as enthusiastic and happy as you used to be.
I think she got discouraged. Yeah, it got
Did I
disconnected.
said it? Okay. The only thing that you will miss out will be your high that you get after doing the meditations and yoga. Other than that, there is no side effect of not dropping it in between or discontinuing it.
Okay. And there's one more question from Saurabh Sharma. What self-esteem really means and how is it related to meditation?
We I think discussed that.
You took that. Okay,
I
fine.
answered that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So I'm pretty sure the teachers have also got a lot of takeaways from this session.
I think one
Personally,
question has not been answered. Vatosin. I don't know what was the question. Olu Vatos. I don't know the pronunciation. Olu Vatosin. Can you type the question?
um, can you please type the question again? Ugundi Musar. Huh. Then feedback form filled. Okay, I think he was talking about the feedback form.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sure.
Oh,
Uh, So I'm pretty sure the teachers have got a lot of takeaways from this. I myself enjoyed the session a lot. Actually, I especially like the concept of Sangha Chandram. I hope I
Yes.
pronounced it right. Let's walk together.
Let's
So
walk together.
only when the teachers and the students and the parents walk together can we do anything at all. That's a
Exactly.
brilliant
Exactly.
thought. That's a brilliant thought.
Because if
And
we work in isolation, suppose children learn the things, teachers are not, but then the teachers are stressed. So kind of everyone has to be.
exactly. And your questions on identifying the reasons of being away from happiness and the role of amygdala actually made me think about my own reasons. And that was something very useful. And I'm sure the teachers in the community also have, made use of it. And I especially love the practical experience of meditation. It surely encouraged me to practice meditation daily. And I also loved the way how you correlated the energy levels and the quality of the mood. Higher the energy levels, better the mood. Lower the energy levels, and worse the mood. And also the common reactions to anger that we all identified. Okay, that makes us mindful of how we are responding in our daily situations, and also the immense amount of information that you gave us on different programs available at Art of Living that can help the teachers as well as the students. That's a very useful thing. Thank you so much for that. And thank you so much once again. The audience, the participants, if you have registered and filled out the feedback form for the session, you'll be receiving your certificates instantly. Please, there's a small change in the way how you fill the feedback. If you can please put the slides on. The feedback form slides, please. Okay. Okay. Um, just I'll reiterate. Please download the Center app and locate the webinar for the day. You'll see the small registered button, which will turn into submit feedback button at 6 o'clock. Once you click on the submit feedback button, you'll be asked to fill in the form. Next slide, please. Thank you. You'll be asked to rate the session. Please put in your name, email address, phone number, the webinar code which is being shown on the screen 7438, and then please put in your feedback. And once you submit the feedback, you will receive the message, a pop-up message from us saying thanks for review. And as soon as that is done, your certificate is ready for download. You can download this instantly. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the session. I'm sure I did. Thank you.
Thank you.